99X, it's Barnes and Leslie. Crash is also here, who came back last week. Crash is hanging a little low today from his... You still got up at 2:30 this morning to do your traffic this morning?
Yes, yeah, that alarm goes off, man. I can't ignore it.
Oh.
I got to pay the bills.
I don't know how you do it.
You're unbelievable.
We have C.K. Redlinger coming up next, former SWAT counter sniper. This guy was the guy who was responsible for situations like this and other situations, obviously, but also a special ops guy for high-profile figures. So he will have a very unique perspective on what went down on Saturday. Want to play the clip for you guys and talk through it of when it happened. I mentioned I was watching real time. Leslie, you were watching also with sound off. Mm-hmm. And Crash, you were many beers in at the Journey show,
Yes.
but you were aware.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. As soon as it happened, everybody's phone, they were just looking at it.
So this is the moment that it happened. And when you hear the pops, I think the second pop is that ricochet, not the ricochet, but that sound after the sound.
Right, yeah.
And then I can't tell, but I think that one pop, like about 10 seconds later, before you'll hear a woman scream, I believe that was the counter sniper taking out the guy.
Okay.
Oh, it's hard to tell.
I don't know for a fact. I'm saying that in my mind, that's how I see it. But it is crazy and this clip will be talked about and labored over for so long.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every time you watch it, you're trying to figure out what you're seeing.
It's like the next Zapruder film. It's crazy.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
And you don't know. Well, I was trying to find out horribly, this person that died in the crowd, where were they? Mm-hmm. Were they over his left shoulder? Because you see that vapor from the bullet go past in some of the photos where it goes past. And Trump, by the way, who turned his head at exactly the right time.
I mean,
Think about that.
Exactly. Think about the centimeters.
The divine intervention.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
You could tell he was keeping his head one way and then he would turn it the other way, and it was right as he turned it. And his reaction wasn't so big when he went for his ear because it just clipped it, right? It wasn't like an impact from the side.
Yeah.
And how about the photo of him on the ground, on the floor, like that iconic photo, and you just see the blood on his face.
With the blood on his
And
face.
the flag.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
That will go down in the history books.
Absolutely.
As one of the most incredible photographs ever. But let's go through this. There are some things that just, it's just so creepy.
You see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Move his hair. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move. Move. Go.
Hawkeye's here.
Okay, Hawkeye's here. That is the second level. The guys that came out with all the gear.
Right.
With the big guns.
Yeah. On the stage, walking on the stage with a big gun, yeah.
Dude, can you imagine that you're that guy? Like, you're looking at a massive sea of people and you're trying to find who the shooter is?
What, like a sniper from however many yards away. And the one other thing I noticed, too, was with the Secret Service, they were putting their arms up. Like, they were completely shielding him.
But his head was so exposed for much of that time.
And I think that was, he wanted to show people he was okay. That's the way I sort of viewed it. But can you imagine being in that crowd?
No.
How would you react?
A lot of them didn't. A lot of the people
they stood there
behind
stunned.
him were just
I think a lot of them didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. It's like stunned silent. You're like, what? Yeah, and you have nowhere to go. So.
And for Trump to think, now who thinks that fast?
Yeah.
To do the reactions that he did. One, where are my shoes, which you're about to hear, but two, the fist in the air, and he's like, wait, and he's yelling, fight.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. I would think in a tragic moment like that to think that far in advance, that tripped me out.
Yeah, as he was leaving, you got 5 Secret Service all around him, and he's got the arm up, and he's just like, fight. Yeah, that was crazy.
It was like, you've seen all of the, the White House Down movies. I was sitting there watching this. It all seemed like slow motion to me.
Yes.
First, I was sick to my stomach seeing that this happens again in our lifetime. But you're looking at it, and it's just not real.
It is completely strange. Let's finish out the roll. This is picked up where they were all about to leave the stage.
Get ready. Get ready. We ready? Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move?
We're clear.
Let's move. Let's move.
We're clear.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we got to move to the bus. Move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay.
Watch out.
Wait.
So that's when he stopped him and put his fist in the air, and they're saying, we gotta move. And the crowd immediately picks up on it. I'm very happy that nothing beyond that happened with the supporters, or supporters even not there.
Right.
So we're not back in that same situation that was really ugly for America. But Saturday was very ugly.
Yeah, it's hard to fathom when you watch it and you hear it. You can't believe that took place.
No.
And you see everyone's reactions, whether you're on the political side or not. Just celebrities, politicians, everyone is saying the same thing, which is there is no room for political violence in our lifetime ever.
No, the buck stops there, right? All the people in the hatred for either side,
right.
It all stops and says, no, guys, whoa. Like, it's the you've gone too far look. And thankfully, it's sad that there was a person who did die, and the other two critical that I know of. That's awful. I mean, just awful.
I saw this Hoda Kotb had posted on Instagram a Martin Luther King Jr. quote, returning violence for violence multiplies violence, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that.
Wow. Sad day in our country. We will get a very unique perspective on all this with our former SWAT counter sniper guy, C.K. Redlinger, who was on our show years ago when he was a homicide detective. And since then, he's done special ops for high-profile figures. We'll talk to him next. This is The Morning X. It is 99X.